Hi, I'm Nirmal Bhansali, and you're listening to Time Capsule. You might remember this is an experiment of mine where I document conversations, ideas, and random things which I hope to revisit in the future. And this episode is also something I hope to add to that list of things I want to revisit. I was recording a conversation with Suchit when he started talking about his dog Akira. He's been living with Akira since 2015. She's a German Shepherd, and I honestly didn't know any of those facts till I quizzed him about his dog. And I haven't done that even though I've known him for the last 4 years.
Yeah, like my sister and I did like a lot of research. Like we arrived at golden retrievers or German shepherds. Although those are like completely different set kind of dogs with different traits, but like those were traits that you as a fifth grade kid and like as a seventh grade kid like wanted. So it's like yeah, bro, German shepherd is like a golden retriever and an asshole when you need it to be.
I'm a complete blockhead when it comes to dogs and pets in general. You're soon gonna find out why. But when I heard Suchit make the statement, I really wanted to know what a person who has lived with a golden retriever thinks. And I just so happen to know someone who has been living with a golden retriever since 2012. Here's how Gautami describes Leo. How would you describe Leo?
Okay, I know I've introduced him to many people, but suddenly I'm at a blank. But I'd probably say, so like I have a golden retriever who's like XYZ years old, and he's really friendly, he's really loving, um, and he's like the cutest fucking dog in the world. I know it's the most subjective thing to say. Everybody thinks their dog is like the best dog in the world, but I genuinely believe that. I genuinely do, and I'd be like, yeah, he's like he's genuinely one of the best things in my life, and I I can say that unironically about very few things, but I can say that about Lego.
Okay, at this point, it was sort of a quest. An epic journey of mine where I wanted to know which is the better breed among the two. That was the thought that I couldn't get out of my head. I thought talking to my friends will help me arrive at an answer. So I began to ask Suchit about particular attributes that he likes about Akira and German Shepherds in general.
Yeah, that is one aspect, but the thing that I like my dogs for like the most is something that is like specific to German shepherds also. And
Which is?
I don't want, which is like them being composed, them being calmer, and they
Oh,
will,
okay.
and this is there. So this is one of the things I've genuinely learned from having a German shepherd as a dog, is how like they can be like so totally undented and like completely like it's courageous or brave is not are not the terms, because they're not making a conscious effort to be courageous or to be brave or to fight all odds. It just comes naturally to them. Like they don't get scared of like crackers. They don't get scared of like a gunshot. Like, not that they've heard that, but like there is a test.
Till this point, it seemed like Akira is winning. I mean, a dog that can stay undented in the face of gunshots, that's damn cool. But I guess it wasn't gonna be easy after all. And when I asked Gautami the same question, I began to change my opinion not just about this battle between two breeds, but also about the larger journey of living with dogs. What are the attributes of your dog that you really like, and is there something that's unique to golden retrievers also?
So I think this is something everybody always says about their dogs, but like Leo is genuinely very intuitive and he's very affectionate. So I've like it's not like he has a favorite person in the house. I mean, he does. It's my mom, but in the sense that anybody who's part of the family, he has this like intuitive like love for them, and he not like afraid to express it. Like he will dance and he will get you like a toy. So every time I come back home, like from anywhere, like if it's coming back from like college after 4 months, or if it's a grocery run and I've come back after 15 minutes, he gets so genuinely excited to see me that he will pick up something like a gift to give me to show me how excited he is.
I think by this time you would have realized that I don't really know anything about dogs. I've never lived around any in my home. I tend to ignore pets or random dog posts that keep coming up on Instagram and Twitter. Well, because I haven't really spent that much time thinking about them. If I look back at 60 years of my family line, we've never had pets. Wherever I've lived, we've never had pets.
Missing out.
Yeah, no, it hasn't been a thought at all. So whenever I think about pets, it's either uh, in very crude terms, a lot of maintenance with respect to the kind of things that you do
It is.
around the pet, and the best that you'll probably get out of the pet or like whatever is you're living with another person you probably enjoy it, which is fine. Like I'm sure like I have friends and all who can sort of do all of those things. So
Uneducated answer, but okay. I can see where you're coming.
yeah, that's that's the place
Like
I'm
I
coming from.
see, like so before we got our pet, both our parents sat us down to talk about it because they both had pets before, and they both knew the amount of work which goes into it. And it is like having another child in the house. So essentially, how my mom explained it to us is that it's like bringing another child into the house, but this child can't speak for itself. So you have to get to a level of knowing and understanding what they'll need and doing it for them in a way like so that they don't have to struggle to express it to you. So like while I say that, on an unrelated, like on a side note, like my dog fucking knows how to communicate what he wants. Okay, like he makes sure we all know what he wants. But I think that was the best way they could explain it to like teenagers who were really excited about the prospect of getting to play with like a pet and stuff like that. So my mom like try to make it very clear beforehand that there are ground rules to this. Like I know you want a pet, and I know you're thinking of it in terms of what you've seen in Marley and Me and like these cute dog movies of how you play with them and bond with them. But it's a lot more than that, and you have to be prepared for that. Like you can't ever be prepared for a non-toilet trained puppy to live in your house. You have to live through that to understand what it's like. But I mean, I, at the end of the day, it's a kind of, I mean, when you put in the work, you kind of have a different bond with them. Like I know I curse my dog for having to clean up his poop, but like I kind of know, like I feel like I have like a different bond with him because we've been through all of that together. And
As I was listening to Gautami and Suchit describe the experiences of living with their dogs, I began to notice that my quest to find the best breed was the wrong one. Yes, there are some differences that exist between the two breeds, but it was becoming a lot more clear that there exists a shared experience of living with dogs. The way in which they grew up with their dogs, the way in which they play with their dogs, and the kind of intimacy that they have in the interactions with their dogs. All of it seemed to be a lot more common than I initially thought.
Yeah, they know more about me than anyone in the world. They don't speak the language. I've literally like spoken to them and shared opinions and like obviously gotten nothing back from them. But I've genuinely engaged in conversations, full length conversations that I haven't had with anyone but a species that doesn't speak the same tongue. And yeah, it has somehow been like it's somehow been like weirdly cathartic, like speaking with them.
Okay.
And like their advice is just going to be like licking your hand or like just like smacking your hand with their paw to like, and it's not going to be anything but that level of unconditional like equation like is something that I just really like in my life.
I know like now when I'm sick, he knows when I'm sick. Like he'll be waiting. If I'm puking, he'll be waiting at the bathroom door. He won't leave until like I come out and he sees that I'm sitting down somewhere. when I came back from the hospital, wherever I went, he would be like, at my feet. He would try to make sure, like, if I'm sitting alone, he'll try to guard me extra to make sure, like, no one can hurt me and stuff like that. So I think it's a give and take, like any relationship, but you get so much more that you give them. There's no limit to like the kind of love they're willing to give, and also it's such untainted love. There's like, it's very pure. They don't expect anything from you. They don't judge you. Like, Leo doesn't give a shit if I fail a semester or if I put on like 15 kilos. He doesn't care as long as, I'm there and I can pet him and I can love him and he can love me back.
It seems like the experience of living with a dog is universal in some ways. And the interaction you have with your dog is incredibly profound. That is something which I found hard to truly understand. And what was fascinating to me was that not just the kind of relationship that they shared with their dogs was common, even specific instances seem to have a commonality. And I'm going to just share what I think are my favorite bits about the stories of Akira and Leo.
So then he'll like usually wake up early. Like, so it's really nice because when I wake up, he's so happy to see me awake. And it's just something which I've never seen. Like, there are very few people in my life who are like chirpy in the morning, and I don't blame them. I'm not a morning person myself. But like, there's something about when like this dog sees you wake up and he starts wagging his tail and he gets really excited to see you awake. And like, then you're like, okay, fine, maybe it's not going to be such a crappy day after all.
Just wanting continuous, like, dogs being a slut for love, which they are, and continuous affection and for petting, which they are, and there's no other way of putting it, and which they are. Like, that is the thing with dogs. Like, that is like one of the best things about them is how, like, regardless of the breed, like, they will like make you happy as soon as you walk into the door. Once you come back home, like, they will react the way that no one will react to you ever. Nothing will react. Can have the best person in your life and that your dog will still like one up that person by their reaction. But so for example, and
I'm just gonna put this part. Sorry, I'm just gonna put this particular part just to piss your girlfriend off. That one sentence.
no,
Yeah, continue.
I'm sure that she will agree with me also.
That's the end of this story. Akira and Leo are deeply intertwined with the lives of Suchit and Gautami. And in the process of recording and making this episode, I have changed my mind about dogs and pets. I don't think I'll be that ignorant and indifferent person again. I'll probably be slightly more mindful about the interactions that I have with dogs. Who knows? Maybe I might pet them or share cute puppy photos or live with one in the future. As for which dog that is going to be, I'll let the future me decide, probably in consultation with Suchit and Gautami. Okay, that was it. Thank you for listening to this episode. I hope you liked it. If you did, please share and let me know what you thought about the episode, what you think about the idea of Time Capsule, and any other feedback would be highly appreciated.
Like, Leo is essentially the son of the house. Like, he is treated way better than me and my sister am. I am, and I'm not even joking about this. Like, Leo has a better quality of life than I do. And like, a simple joke which my sister and I have is like, we know when our mom is addressing us and when she's addressing the dog, because the tonal shift is so stark. She's calling, she's like, hey, come here. And she's talking to Leo. She's like, who's my little baby? And I'm like, listen, I've been alive for 21 years. You have never fucking addressed me like that.